What is meant to be will be. Have you heard this from people before? Have you ever used it? A self-limiting belief that can really stop us from getting to where we need to be. Roll it. Welcome back to another video where we're exploring self-limiting beliefs. And I encourage you to watch the rest of the series. I've linked it above and below because it's a good one and you might be dealing with a few of these and you might get a new perspective. Of course, there's many ways to deal with these. I'm giving you my perspective of things that have worked with people who implemented the steps, and over a series of a month, 2 months, 3 months, they started to see good positive changes. And of course, they were able to implement it back into the things that they've learned along the way with other ways that have not really worked 100%, and success has come. What is meant to be will be is one of those leave it to chance kind of thing. And I don't like to leave it to chance. I like to focus on the things I need to do and achieve the things I'm really moving forward to achieving. Granted, sometimes they don't work. However, this mentality of what is meant to be will be is something that is totally an emotional side of thinking. It's basically saying, I'm giving up, I've done everything I can, so I'm gonna leave it to the world to figure it out for me. And by world, I mean the universe. And things will connect magically, and who knows? I've seen this with people in business, I've seen it with people in careers, I've seen it with people in their love lives, in their personal lives. It's one of those things that makes no sense to rational, minded thinking people. However, as time goes on and you really think about it, I think we all do this just a little bit. It's just how we communicate it that changes. I.e., saying things like, I think that's good enough. I think it will be good enough. You ever said that? I know I've had business partners that said that, and clients, and people that I've worked with in businesses and corporations who are living whatever they're doing up to chance, thinking, hey, I've done enough, I've done my part, how much more can I do? I once worked with somebody in university, and I think this was like my eye-opening moment of how people start thinking with this line of thought processes. And I remember it was 2 in the morning and he goes, you know what? I'm done working right now. And I kind of just stared at him and I was like, we still got like 4 hours of work to do. Or this project ain't gonna be done and you're gonna fail. And his response, well, it's meant to be, it's meant to be. God willing, it'll work itself out. Magically, he got up and disappeared, leaving me to do all the work. And yes, I did finish it, and yes, we got a good mark. Notice how I said we. He did claim his marks in this. I did finish the project, he did very little of the project, but his mindset was if it's meant to be. He didn't care whether he got a good mark or a bad mark, he assumed I would keep working, and me being that, hey, you could call me a sucker, I saw to get my marks, well, I did it. Now, that being said, I realized something critical here. While we are working on anything we're trying to achieve, we have to remember where we are at in our mindset, what values we have, what principles we work with day in, day out, when making decisions. And we have to put this all into perspective of that mission purpose we have, which creates a scale, and this scale helps us understand the value that we're placing on any one thing. When somebody says what is meant to be will be, they're really not analyzing what the situation is at hand. This person actually did a bet that I would not turn around and be like, you know what, screw you, you're not getting any of the marks, you're only gonna get it for the portion you did because I stayed up till 5 a.m. He bet on it. And the question then begs, where is that on an emotional level? And this is where the point goes, what was his value on this project? He was completely in charge of the decision he was making, yet his sleep was required. He knew that the value of how much sleep he needs was there. So in the process, he had to make a decision on the scale. And of course he wanted a good mark, but if he didn't get it, what can we do? Now you may say, hey, that's okay, but if we're trying to achieve certain goals, how are we going to achieve those goals if we're not making the cut on the things we need to achieve? we're not. Our integrity is the number one thing that really pushes us in the direction we need to go. It's that moment where we need to make the right decision at the right time, and we use our values and our principles in order to make that decision. We need to understand this from a fundamental idea that human nature pushes us in our mindset to think this way, which means that if you are going through this, you need to ascertain value system on the things you're doing towards that mission and purpose you're trying to achieve. And if you cannot place any of the factors that will get you there higher than your personal need, well, maybe that mission and purpose is not really what you need. Because by following that what is meant to be will be, you're really shooting yourself in the foot for the future of where you want to be. And not only in that mission and purpose, but everything around you will suffer because of it. Because the reality is that if you're going through things that you need to do in this manner, you're clearly placing values in a structured manner that don't equate to what is really the fulfillment that you're looking for. Those values relate directly to fulfillment. They relate directly to what you are trying to move towards, and that will bring fulfillment. And if you're on this path of leaving it up to chance, of what will be, or even when you do get there, maybe down the road further than you expected, fulfillment, it won't be the fulfillment you're looking for. So place these values in a sequence of events that would happen in any one given day. Track them. What has been happening the moment you say this, and where do these values lie? I do this every day. I look at where are my values. And when I come home and it's 11 o'clock or 2 in the morning or 3, and I drive in from an hour distance from videoing something else or doing another shoot or working with another programmer to get a project done or what have you, I look at this and I go, is sleep more important right now than making a video for YouTube that I needed for tomorrow? Because my mission is to grow this channel. My mission is to grow Mentors Approach. My mission is to launch another channel and then create another agency of what I want to be doing in a different format. My mission is to do many of these things. But if I don't keep moving forward, how am I going to achieve any of it? The value system has to be there, and unless I've been completely exhausted to the point where I cannot function, well, then that takes a second seat priority to my first priority. I'm not going to leave it to chance. What will happen will happen. What will be. Because I'll wake up in the morning, and if I continue that way, well, when am I ever going to get that next video onto YouTube? My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell as we strive to deliver a new video each and every day so that you can get yourself moving in the right direction. And of course, leave your comment below. Leave your story of maybe you saying what is meant to be will be, or maybe somebody else in your life who keeps saying it. What have you seen? Has it worked out for you or for them? And leave that story below in a way where you can show the benefits and the positives and of course the negatives and the cons out of it. Because who knows, somebody might relate to your comment and you might help change a life.
Snow again.